is entitled Being on the Right Side of History. So it's a very, very delicate topic. There's several kinds of arguments that the Orthodox rabbis can have. You have thousands and thousands of arguments throughout the Talmud. Good, healthy arguments, details of Nida, of mezuzah. Mezuzah should be straight, should be vertical, horizontal. Order the parshas of Atfilin, Rashi, Rabbeinu Tam. Waiting how many hours after meat to milk. What if you cooked parv in a meat pot? Can you serve a dairy? Endless halachic arguments. And they can be arranged within those specific arguments. Mutter, Asr, Tame, Tahor. She is Nida, she's not Nida. You could do this on Shabbos, you can't do this on Shabbos. The microwave in halacha is defined as bishul, not defined as cooking. Fantastic arguments. Then there's another kind of argument, totally different. Arguments that involved history and responding to potential historical changes. And the question comes up, how do we view this historical change? Should we be involved in this historical change? Should we try to avoid it? Should we encourage it? Should we be at the forefront of it? When we have arguments like this outside of the square of technical halacha, so it's a halachic argument. Halacha means it's a question of what to do, but it's out of the square of pure technical halacha. When you have arguments like this, it's going to be very, very extreme. So when you have the technical arguments within the four sections of Shulchan Aruch, you'll have arguments, no question. And some will say mutter, and some will say no, you're doing a prohibition from the Torah. But it's not going to rattle the whole klal. Usually, when there's a machlokas about history and historical questions, it's a different world. Different world. So one of the major ones that we had, let's go back. Yosef and the brothers. Yosef said there's going to be a major change going on here. We're going to have a new reality. I'm going to be the leader. And they're saying, no, it's not going to happen. So there was a nevuah that Yosef had the dream, but they didn't really accept it as a nevuah, and they argued with him. And of course, he was right. We're in the midbar. 10 meraglim, 10 spies. Gedolim said, we need to stay here. Other meraglim said, Yoshua and Caleb, no, there's going to be a major historical change. We're moving into Israel. Everything's going to be different. The man falling from the sky, the constant miraculous water, the Ananei Kavod, the clouds magically destroying everything in front. No, those days are coming to an end. New world. And the majority of the Gedolim, the rabbis said, no, stay where we are. We get into Eretz Israel a few hundred years later, kicked out. 70 years after the destruction. Some rabbis say, based on the words of Navi, Yirmiyahu, there's going to be a historical change. And we're going to go back into Israel again. The majority of the millions of people said, no, we're staying here in Bavel. There's work to be done. We have beautiful shuls. We've built a few already now, 70 years. We have some more shuls to build. We are in the middle of our fundraising campaigns for the Babylonian shuls. We're even going to make a Babylonian Talmud. It's going to be great. Now's not the time to go back. What about Yirmiyahu? It said 70 years. Well, he didn't exactly mean that. He meant who knows what. No time to make historical change. We don't accept it. We reject it, and we're certainly not going to be at the forefront of it. So that's where the things get heated up. Historical changes, much more than a specific technical halacha. And we have the second Mikdash, a few hundred years or less, then we're gone. And then you have specific arguments. over the years. See the major historical question. Should we bring more passion, singing, dancing, connection to a Rebbe like we haven't had before? That's a historical change. So that brought up so much. The Ramchal, he's a different kind of a figure, teaching Kabbalah, young age, and historical change. Yisrael Salanter. Yisrael Salanter. Oh, what a hard life. How much misery did they cause him, his opponents? He's looking to have a change. Musar in the yeshiva. Musar in the yeshiva. Perish the thought. We have a Seder of learning Gemara. You want to now 20 minutes to sit and learning Musar? You have to be good. You have to improve. No, don't make that change. So we really have to understand when we have technical minutia within the halacha, those kind of halachic discussions about the minutia details of halacha, we have arguments, but they're usually calm. We can respect each other's sides. When it comes to halacha, historical issues that are coming up, that's where the klal is rocking. Sometimes a little bit too much. And of course, regarding the state of Israel, that's, of course, another issue as well. Yetzer Hashem will continue this thought in the next year. Shalom.